What is good? I am King Majora. Listen. Hear that? That's a real thunderstorm outside. You, Satan, are nothing but an imitation. Sup, people? It's King Majora here. Look, in all seriousness, this is What Are the UFOs? Well, here's part 3. The Devil. So in part 1, I exposed who God and the goddess was, and if you missed that or you don't want to go back, I encourage you, please do. God is the Canaanite Elohim or deity of fortune. He's a wealthy man who orders people around because he's got money. He is Vishnu. He is not immortal. He is not all-powerful. And he sure as hell does not run the cosmos. He is an Aesir banker. This right here is the devil, Ningishita. So who is the goddess? Who is the wife of Vishnu? It's Lakshmi. It's Isis. It's Selene. It's Nanaya. It's the whore of Babylon. And I exposed who Jesus was, the Christ, Christos, a drug term, an ointment. That's what ointment Christos Moshiach really means. A psychedelic ointment to put you into the rapture, which is not a UFO abduction into space like you believe, but actually religious ecstasy. And Jesus is none other than Dumuzi. I then tied the well-known Inanna, the transgender tyrant, into it as well, because for you Gnostics out there, Sophia is Inanna. And Inanna, if you've read this book, Slave Species of the Gods by Michael Tellinger, you will learn, or if you read Sitchin or you read the Cuneiform form, which is now publicly available to translate, Inanna was given the Indus Valley to rule. That's where India is. But look at this. Who is Ningishita? Ningishita, meaning the Lord of the Good Tree. And if you've actually read the work of former Vatican translator and biblical scholar Mauro Bellino, Gods of the Bible, there's only one tree in the in the Garden of Eden. That's a piece of Eden, Assassin's Creed. But the Garden of Eden only had this tree. It's true, believe it or not. Just like original sin is not real. It's more like, well, you know what good and evil, which means you know what life is now. You're awake and you're sentient and you're understanding. You got to leave the good zone. Who's the Lord of the Good Tree? One of the head executives, alongside Enki and Ninmah, who led to the creation of man from the Brotherhood of the Serpent cult. The Good Tree, the Tree of Life, the Sephiroth, the Good Tree. Ningishita, meaning Lord of the Good Tree, is a Sumerian deity of vegetation, the underworld, and healing, often associated with snakes. Oh no, and everybody who's into teaching about this stuff always praises Ningishita because they're a part of secret societies that worship either him, Inanna the tranny, or Easter, or Ashtar, as he's called, Astaroth or Astarte, or they worship Nanaya or Dumuzi. Freemasons say everything's God because Gade is the Phoenician and Canaanite deity of fortune, a rich piece of shit like Lakshmi. And I'm eventually going to explain to you that I killed God and I've made this guy Darth Vader, but that's another story for a later chapter. So, this man with his... Apparently you say he's connected to the origination of the original Earth atom, who you mentioned before was not the humans you are because of the flood, correct, Ronnie? And I said yes. So look at this. This book is phenomenal. Excuse me. You got a stuffy nose, not cocaine like Trump. Got a little bit of a cold. Like the cold shoulder I'm giving you right now, New World Order, because fuck you. Look at that. This Ningishita. You're saying that there's proof that he's Satan, but didn't you tell me in one of your other videos, Ronnie, that Satan isn't biblical according to biblical scholar Dan McClellan and others? Technically, that's true. Satan, as you understand him, is not a real thing. It's because of what is called Mysterium Iniquitatis. If God is all powerful, then why does evil exist? The answer was Satan by corrupt, evil Romanite church doctrine like the Father Jerome and so many others like Canterbury and other monasteries in Europe conflated the verse about Xerxes and or another variation of a Babylonian king in Isaiah with Hallel ben Shahar or Phosphoros o Eos, the son of the morning, the star. Well, you know what Chatterley says from Keck, my boys. Excuse me. If you are Ashtar, show yourself and I will stop. You bet it's a JoJo reference, but I'm getting there. I am filibustering and I apologize. So, is Ningishita considered Hermes by comparative mythology experts? Yes. In the field of comparative mythology and religious studies, the Sumerian Mesopotamian god Ningishita is often identified as a direct predecessor or equivalent to the Greek god Hermes. This connection is established through shared iconography, roles, historical evolution, rather than a direct one-on-one equivalence in all myths. Collaborative mythology, comparative mythology studies, you're going to find out that every single pantheon in the world are the exact same, and the Bible is no exception to that. There's no exemption to that, actually, because the Bible is henotheistic, it is pagan, and you are lied to by everybody in the conspiracy research zone because they're part of initiation. Because if you're watching me, you found a rare bird, and if I happen to go viral, then that means I made enough friends to get there. And or I pay to win, because everyone does that. They either pay to win or they go into a contract for a secret order. Usually the former. But then they find the latter because they get mammon. Is Satan considered the god of this world? I'll still use God for the sake of brevity, even though that Levantian Semitic region would have called it an Elohim. Yes, which God is also an Elohim, one of many, not the highest. That is El Elyon, or we'll get to why Anu isn't so special, but a coordinator on a mothership lying to his own populace to get his dick sucked in more money and blow. Yes, in Christian theology, 2 Corinthians 4:4 refers to Satan as the Elohim of this world. And Ronnie, King Major, are you telling me that there's proof that this man owns the world? That's Satan, Ningishita, Hermes? How? The most significant allocation was that of Egypt, which was now given to Ningishita while Marduk was exiled. And Marduk and Nana war over killing her boyfriend Dumuzi, who is Jesus. Do you start seeing the connection? Marduk is Thor. He's a dumbass. He's a brute dumbass. And look, here's Odin. Here's the real secret brains behind Zeus, Hermes, and good old Hecate was right there with them. This tells the story of basically Ra, because Ra is Marduk. He got exiled. Where'd he get exiled to? The United States. Well, basically where the United States is. He got exiled over to this continent, this side of the Atlantic, or the Pacific. You're not told this, and you can't Google this because they'll tell you it's bullshit. This comes straight from the fucking clay tablets, translated by Sitchin himself. Now, you could say Sitchin was wrong. You can have your beefs with Sitchin, like how did he know the cuneiform? It doesn't change that his errors are not that erroneous. And by the way, you know that it still more or less tells the same fucking story, skeptics. Do you want to appeal to your fallacy? Oh, wait. Appeal to authority? Suck my dick. I'll debate Michio Kaku on simulation theory even if I don't believe it and win. Fraud like Einstein. I'm coming after you motherfuckers. It's Illuminati. And if you're coming after me, I said good luck. Look. This is cool. Killing two birds with one stone. Skinning a cat more than 5 ways. No Exodia. Inanna demanded a land of her own, and after much debating, she was given the land of the Indus Valley. Excuse me. So there's the proof that Inanna, or Easter, or Ashtar, was given the Indus Valley. So I don't want to hear nothing from the Hindu artists, or the Sikh, or the Sikh, or whatever you call yourselves, because that's who ran India. And God is Vishnu, and Lakshmi is Nanaya. Your religion is false. Reincarnation isn't real. I don't care how many people have a birthmark on their left nutsack, and some people have tails. You don't know what quantum reverberations are because you're a stupid street shitter. No offense. But Gandhi destroyed you. Enough racist tangenting. I apologize for your low IQ. It's not like you're white or Asian. Okay. So basically, in this book, if you don't, I will read more of this, but I feel like it's wasting your time if I sit there and read a book. If you're not already interested in that stuff and you're more interested in hearing what the guy says and proof where you can look, here's more proof for you. All of these mentionings of Ningishida. There's proof in here that says that he apparently is a son of Enki, but that just means that he was under Enki. And Enki's a part of the Brotherhood of the Serpent, like Enlil. They're still aliens, but that still doesn't change the fact that the Bible is real, but you don't understand how to read it. That means the Great Deception is real. And I've identified God, Goddess, and Christ, and now I'm identifying the actual historical devil. The prideful, arrogant Martian. Archangel Michael, who is Satan himself. I know that sounds contradictory, but if Satan's not biblical, and the God of this world is Satan, and I showed you some proof on screen, even if I didn't read it, where it says he owns the planet, and that's Hermes, that's Ningishida. This Ningishida character, right? Nothing but an imitation Satan. I'm Illuminati, bitch. Yeah, fuck yourselves. I'm hitting you low down and dirty with the low ball shit. So he who is like El, where's your semantics game to prove that Satan is Archangel Michael? Well, it's not Meek God, it's Mikael, right? That's not Meek God, it's Mikael. And El and God are from the same pantheon, and they're not considered the same, and neither's considered El Elyon, the Most High El. It's facetious, I know. It's like your satanic, as you call it, Baal is Lord. That's what that means. And that's Marduk. That's Thor. So you're starting to see what I'm saying here, right? There's a deception pulled on you. And I'm exposing these eccentric madmen radicals within institutions who want a monetization of the eschaton, or hasten, pun intended because I'm in Springfield, Ohio of all places, hasten the eschaton. Come fucking die and try to kill me. You know, these radical madmen have tried to take the book of Revelation, which took place in the past, and make it an actual end times with the actual aliens, the actual angels, to which they say, how will the stupid, gullible Earth atoms know the difference, huh? I fucking did. Refers to the Archangel Michael, whose name is a Hebrew phrase, Mikael, that rhetorically asks, who is like El, not God? Well, I'm going to take this a step further, and it's like, why is he really called like El? When you understand comparative mythology, you understand that the Aesir, or as Dragon Ball calls them, the Tuffles, rule, and the Jotnar are the Saiyans, and these are some others. It's still Norse, it's still Greek, it's still biblical, because they're all the same pantheon telling different parts of the same story. Heroes of old, men of renown. So, look, here's the Greek god of messengers, or as they called them, Elohim. So this is Hermes. This is the day of messengers. And messengers, let's watch this. Does angel trans are angels messengers? Yes, angels are primarily understood as messengers from so boom. He is the head angel. So that means he's the head angel of what? So who actually controls all of the angels? There's my proof that Satan is Archangel Michael right there. Because I showed you in here, in one of these, if you could read it, it's telling you the story. Zeus or Thor was too stupid to rule, picked a fight with his tranny girlfriend, killed her boyfriend because he was jealous, and then the coordinator on the mothership, El Elyon or Anu, basically let him get exiled, and Ningishita freed him from a pyramid because the pyramids, you can go inside of them, they're energy devices, and boom. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I should be more prepared. And I will, because I'm going to go into the institutions, the archangels, what the Jedi really are. Vader! You're starting to understand? Boy. But we'll get there. It's not like Wolverine had the Blades of Chaos before, right, Logan? Let's play The Last of Us in Norse mythology. Is Hermes considered Thoth by comparative mythology experts? Yes. And historical studies. Oh, he's also considered to be Odin. Yes. Comparative mythology experts and historical sources often identify Hermes with his Roman equivalent Mercury, who is a parallel figure to Odin. Isn't it sick how they did you? Look, it's Dajjal if you're Islamic. Is Dajjal one-eyed? Yes. According to Islamic tradition, at Dajjal, the false messiah is described as having one eye that is defective or blind. Oh my gosh. Archangel Michael is Satan. You like how that works? Look at the Elohim of this world. That this book and the Akkadian tablets, the Sitchin works, if you actually crack them open and look, that's the Elohim of this world. That's a god of this world, if you'd like to use that term. That's Satan right there. That's Dajjal, the one-eyed Messiah, the great deception with the Galactic Federation. Even though UFOs are real, doesn't mean that these ones that are helping us are really helping us. There's the one-eyed false Messiah right before your eyes. There he is, the beast of the sea, the actual leader that manifests. Right there, Archangel Michael, Odin, Hermes. Look, there's Dajjal. The arrival of Dajjal is coming. He's going to be blonde, or I don't know. But basically, you're going to get the point. He's going to be blonde, and that's why it's going to trick people, because he doesn't exactly look like Dajjal. But you will know Dajjal if you understand. And it's the Antichrist. It's comparative mythology. But there you go, Islam. If you're watching me, if you're an Islamist watching me, if you're a fan or believer of Islam, I'm telling you the Antichrist is coming. I've been warning this shit for years and nobody listened to me. Then I rejected being the Lucifer. Now I'm Keck. There he is. The one-eyed false messiah. Odin. Funny how the Islamicists worked really well with the Nazis, who were very friendly with Zionists. Watch my previous video, will you? Who the hell are you saying that? Yeah, I'm saying the Belmonts and the Joe Stars are the same. We're going to take it back to the Smith-Mund Act. Look, there's Leon Kennedy. Did you play Requiem? You like playing as Satan? Leon Belmont, huh? You like playing as the Antichrist? Why don't you go ahead and destroy Elpis? That's the true good ending. Or maybe Spencer gave us anarchy. Remember that memes matter. Keck loves you. Tickle your pussy. You're nothing but an imitation. Oh no, I exposed Christ and his Antichrist. There he is, blonde once again because the Martians are blonde. Oh no, what happened to you, Archangel Michael? It seems in your anger you had killed her. No, she is alive. I felt it. Sorry, Shutter Island. It's the truth. The great Martian got his ass handed to him by a human. Oh no. What's this? Hold on, Ronnie. Martian surface soil and atmosphere contain elevated levels of radioactive isotopes, notably thorium, potassium 40. Oh, there's thorium, like the Aryan invasion, the Martians, a Gigi, uranium, and an excessive amount of xenon 129. These materials are found in high concentrations in the northern. I can't even say that. But there's proof that there's radioactive isotopes that are genuinely only known to be found in radioactive blasts. Once again, the clay tablets talk about a war between Mars and Nibiru, the wandering red star Dyson sphere, the planet of the crossing, and, wow, the Aesir Veneer War! You mean the nuclear war that they talk about between Mars, Lamu? That's Lamu in this shit. In fact, let me look it up. Of course, Martians are pissed off. Veneer are pissed off about the war that they lost, and they're taking it out on humans. The prideful angel. This is a cruel angel's thesis. To basically use wands and throat magic and bind people to basically do their bidding with some instrumentality shit. Oh no, it's the Blisk monkey. Yeah, you mean those freaks we defeated in the Martian War? Oh shit, I'm gonna get my suit dirty. My big willies. You're a fan of cannibalism, I see, like the tribal warlords of Africa. You've forgotten you're a cannibal monkey. Siegfried, oh no, the XQC meme where he's in despair just showed up, instantly. It hit you, didn't it? When I showed you Siegfried, gamers, you know exactly what's happening now. So wait a minute, that does look just like this Leon Belmont character. Who looks like this character? Well, is that character? Who's that character? Is it starting to hit you yet? What happened to the pathetic petty god whose J's I wanted? I told you I killed God. And I use retrocausality. The White House has admitted they time travel, and the U.S. Navy has admitted it has time manipulation devices and can engineer the fabric of reality. Look it up. Uh-oh. I am what you made me. Only a master of evil doth. It's over, He-Man and the masters of the universe. Stars! Or in Grand Theft Auto, crash! You just got warped, son. You know what really grinds my gears? This is pretty much over for now. That's about all. Peace out.